So about 18 months ago, I was out here doing a little bit of house shopping. I wanted to get something that I could kind of fix up and make it my own, the way I wanted it, the way my wife wanted it. Then we came across this bad boy. The only problem was it was burned down. So we're out here doing a little bit of house shopping. I wanted something I could fix up and make it the way I wanted it and the way my wife wanted it. Then we came across this bad boy over here and the roof was literally on fire. So you're going to join us for the journey while we rebuild this house and make it our own?
An explosion at a mansion leads to a massive fire, and as crews tell our Sharon Dankwa, the home is a total loss.
The ceiling is collapsed and half of the house nearly down to its foundation. Months of renovation work now up in flames.
There are portions we save, but between the water damage and the fire damage and smoke damage, it probably will be a loss.
On our way to look at a house we saw online that literally the roof was on fire. So we've got no idea what it looks like other than the photos that we've seen, and believe me, it was on fire. We might be buying it. Maybe. Let's see if we can figure something out.
Well, for the price tag of nearly $1.5 million, you can buy a mansion in Williamson County. The only kicker, aside from the price, the fact the mansion was destroyed in a fire. This was last fall. Now, that's not keeping the owner from still putting it up on Zillow. It was listed January 17th, already has more than 115,000 views, 2,000 saves, so someone out there wants it. But you aren't just buying the mansion, it does have 5 acres of property, a guest home that was not damaged.
Well, there's more house than I was expecting.
He did tell me he's got one guy working on it to see the house. We'll just do what I can figure out.
Yeah, I think for us it's a case of we do it while we're here kind of a thing. So we're back out at the house. This is officially the first day that we have been out here since we were here and did the deal. It's been a crazy day. I've met a bunch of contractors, a bunch of subcontractors, a bunch of folks that want to charge me an awful lot of money for stuff, and a couple of folks who sounded a little bit more reasonable. So we're gonna have to figure this out and figure out how we're gonna get this thing going and rebuild this bad boy. Today I've had the first walkthrough right the way through as much as we could. Obviously I couldn't walk through this side where it's been just destroyed upstairs. And I don't know how I feel. Like some of the ceilings feel a little bit low. Some of the door frames I can't even get through without hitting my head on the top. So might have to just modify a couple more things than we thought, but overall, dude, it looks magnificent. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're here with us on the ride. I can't believe how blessed I am to be here and be having this journey with you guys watching. So stick with us. It's gonna get interesting real soon. It still looks like that. All right, we're gonna go and take a sneak peek in. Still a little bit unsafe here. I didn't bring my hard hat. Welcome to my humble abode. Come on in. So I guess this was the library over on this side. This is where the fire started. Dude, can I make it through here? Okay, so this is master bedroom. Dude, it's not that big. We've got a see-through fireplace, the mega bath. Don't actually like that bath surround. Yeah, it's really dark in here. Second toilet, which is awesome because a house isn't a house unless you've got 2 toilets. In the master bathroom, this library, dude, we punch this all through and we make this all the master suite. from front to back. Mega closet that goes out there. We make that a mega walk-in like shower over that side. We sink this bathtub back in the middle. Keep this really nice big size. I mean, dude, I got 2 doors coming into the bathroom. Like, look at this. This is literally a metal door coming into the bathroom. But the bedroom feels tight. And the hallway obviously is massive. Man, I'd almost punch that wall through, but that's the living room, so I can't do that. Okay. It's tile floor again. Is this like, this is the dining room, isn't it? The formal dining. It's just magnificent, right? Yeah, I mean, look at that detail. It's almost, it almost makes me want to cry, thinking I'm going to pull it down. And then obviously here's the kitchen. Dude, this was not like this. Oh, wow. Look at that. What? How did that happen? How did that all get burned up there? But I think this has all collapsed recently. Yeah. Because it didn't look like that before. Just wired the most amount of money I've ever spent in my entire life in like 3 minutes, maybe 5. So guess it's official. Gonna go and sign some paperwork now. Dude, it is literally day 1. I own the house. We are here. The guys are here. It's been like 40 minutes and they've already got like half a dumpster filled. So I don't know, but I think it's gonna clean up real quick. I'm gonna change all these windows. I think I'm gonna make big rectangle wall windows. Like, I don't really like really ornate stuff, but I can still appreciate that's just. Part of doing any kind of stuff like this is the trip to Home Depot to buy a bunch of tools and trying to find me some gloves and a toolbox because I left my other one at home. Dude, it's like 2 o'clock on day 1. Look at this. It's going quick on the demo so far. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's going to be a ride. So hey, this is John. John is like a legend, handyman, jack of all trades, master of many. And we actually met him the first day we came here before we closed. We were meeting a bunch of contractors. He lives now in the area, happened to see us on the driveway, drove up, strolled up the driveway, completely random, said hello, told us who he was. And now he's here helping us out. This bathtub that we've got in this house, this mega $13,000 Roman waterfall tub, John's the guy that put it in. He showed me all the supports and all kinds of stuff. Day 3 here at the reno and demo is still happening. I got insulation dropping over here. I got a lift that was delivered out front this morning. Built a cool little box that's gonna hold the folks in it so we can get this roof all cleaned up on the top side, get it covered before the rain comes. Hey. Hey, oh, here we go. Linda wants you to know she's doing some work. Look at this. First time I've seen her carrying bags all day long.
He's lying.
Other than shopping bags.
Shopping bags for tools.
There's been a few more things going on, but the kitchen's definitely the place to check it out. A little dark in here, In the kitchen here, we've got all the cabinetry out, all the walls out. This granite, we've managed to find the split. We're going to try and salvage this and maybe sell it on because it's not the kind of granite that I would want to use. This sucker, I'm telling you, here we go. Do you see that? That's about as much as I can get.
The floor is shook.
I don't know what it weighs, but holy moly, that's going to take like 7 or 8 guys to get that out. Big challenge for the day is saving that bad boy. This is a cola sock tub. It's like a rolling waterfall tub, and we're going to see if we can get that out and get it saved so we can reuse it in the new house. So this bathtub is really causing me some stress, okay? It is like ridiculously massive, which is great because I'm tall and I want to be able to soak in the tub. It's designed for the water to come all the way to the top. It flows over the edge like a Roman waterfall. And they're $13,000 and change to buy today. I want to keep the bathtub. I want to use the bathtub, but it's cream and I don't want a cream bathroom. So if you've got any bright ideas, send me a comment and give them to me because I don't know what to do, but I don't want to stick this thing on eBay unless somebody wants to pay me a whole lot of money and then I'll sell it to you. So you can message me for that also. Demolition is a process. You start with the simple stuff. Move everything that's loose. Then you start moving things that aren't loose. And you work a room at a time or an area at a time. You know, pull the drywall down, get the insulation out. Let's get the wet stuff gone. As we progress, then it's okay, let's get the tile up, let's get the flooring cleaned up so we can get to the subfloor. And although we are going to demo the subfloor, we're going to leave that till the end because obviously stuff's still dropping, everybody's making a mess, things are still getting damaged, and so we don't want to put a new subfloor down and it get damaged or wet. That's about as much as I can get.
The floor is shook.
I don't know what it weighs, but holy moly, that's going to take like 7 or 8 guys to get that out. So the guys wanted to clean off as much roof as possible and try and tarp it. It's a big roof, tarps only come in certain sizes, but they started work, they got a bunch of stuff off one side. We built a little T-frame so the tarp could get some shape, and obviously that way the water would run off. But it wasn't that safe up there, and they didn't really want to get too far along on that roof. So in hindsight, I don't really know how helpful it was. Probably spent a whole lot of money and didn't really get a whole lot for it. So, you know, you live and learn. But at least I've got a nice big tarp. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm not throwing it away because it was $500. So we're gonna keep it. Maybe we'll make a slip and slide out on the yard. Invite the whole neighborhood over. Have like relay races, 10 kids wide, I don't know. Hey Troy, look, I lost something. Look, half my house. Oh my word, this is turning out to be a big week. I was not expecting this. Dude, I'm sweating buckets right now. I think this might be the final day of demo. Okay, so I was a little slow getting up this morning, apparently, or at least getting out of the house, but that floor was full yesterday, and it's not full anymore.
Hello there guys, how you doing?
How are we doing?
Good man, I'm Ben with Bella.
Ben, great to meet you, buddy.
Pleasure. Absolutely.
My goal here is, I hate curved windows.
Right.
We just want to modernize it, but I also like really big windows.
You bet. And they sold it as is?
Yeah. We bought it, so this is 2 weeks of demo right here. You should have seen it before.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it looks a whole lot better than that. We've been doing demo for a couple of weeks, and the lull, the big machine that we use, apparently is pretty heavy, about 10,000 pounds heavy. That's really heavy, because even big trucks and cars are maybe 5,000 and 6,000 pounds. So we noticed as they drove onto the block paved area in the courtyard that we started to see a couple of little low spots. A little stressed about that because I don't know what it costs to do all that block paving, but it's a really big area and I think it's going to be a whole lot of money. So I was chatting with my contractor and we decided we're going to put some boards down here to protect the area, try and spread the load a little bit. And it seemed like a great idea for about 2 days or 3 days, and then it rained and then the boards got soft. And then they started driving the machine over them a little bit more because they figured everything was fine because the boards were down, and it's not fine. And my driveway is completely torn up. So that was not the best idea. Looks like we're taking out windows, getting it ready for framing. Yep, all the windows are out over here. Well, I know what you're thinking. Is the roof really all gone? So let's take a look. Those are the big boards they kind of walk on. Here's the front of the house. This is where all the dormers were. They were all kind of caved in back there. They've all gone. We have no roof. Let's go take a peek upstairs. Dude, stuff is happening today. It is like nail gun city, compressor city, there's wood everywhere. Oh my word. This is turning out to be a big week. This is gonna look incredible later today. I mean, even now with the sun just beaming through these beam rafters, it's just so beautiful and clear, and all this wood's going up. Oh, I can't wait to come back in a couple hours and check it out. Obviously all the roof rafters had to get replaced, but they're holding everything in place. The walls are held in place as they're attached to the rafters and that kind of stuff. So the guys have started creating these spider webs of struts and supports and beams running all ways inside the house to create some strength for the walls so we can then demo. And the big thing we demoed was the burn side of the house this week. And I gotta tell you, dude, I was nervous. Like, you know, they say, oh, it should be fine, like it's gonna take the support, but at the end of the day, if that side wall of the house collapses, I'm the one writing the check for it. Dude, I'm sweating buckets right now. Like, seriously. All of this was brick wall. This was the front where the fire started. Remember there was some wall over here, there was interior walls. What's amazing is, you obviously can't tell this because you're not here with me, but when I stand here, right next to this pile, and then all of this stuff over here, waiting for a new dumpster, dude, it smells like barbecue. I can't believe it still smells like barbecue. All this burned wood and charred wood coming out. Holy moly. Pretty sure Elon Musk's got a burnt hair fragrance coming out. I wonder if this is what it's gonna smell like. This is their ladders from above. Climb up and down, and then the same deal. Got a board literally there, from there to there. I would not be walking on that board, I'm just saying. That is crazy.
There are portions we save, but between the water damage and the fire damage and smoke damage, it probably will be a loss.
It is not underlined a given that we'll be able to reuse the original foundation. I get these contractors to come out and look at it. Oh, it'll be better to knock it down, just build a new house. Had a structural engineer come out, look at the house. He kind of said it looked okay. Kind of said, you know, some things need to be fixed. You know, maybe it's more cost effective to knock it down, but we talked to another guy, and this guy sends an email that's like War and Peace, raving about how the house needs to be knocked down, and he's so busy, and he needs to be out here for a whole day before he can even give an assessment on it, and it's $15,000, and it's like, dude, you haven't even seen it. You're sending an email to say knock the thing down, and you've not even been out to take a look, like, not even put your eyeballs on it for 5 seconds. Oh my word, I got a call yesterday from these guys who are like, Mike, you just need to knock this thing down. You're gonna spend more money restoring it and dealing with a bunch of problems you don't even know are gonna come up than if you just knock it down and build a whole new house. We've got someone else coming out in a few days, and I'm hoping we can get a slightly better report. This is not going well for me right now. I'm wondering if I just spent a whole lot of money on a whole lot of nothing. You know, for me, it's like I need to climb up there, and where's my ladders? Well, I need to go get some scaffolding. These guys, I need to get up there. Well, there's nothing around us. Let's just build a ladder straight up in the air. Like, for real, straight up. They just plunk a couple bits of wood down and just start going up. And then, you know, well, here's a support, and here's a support, and we'll just like nail gun it into the floor. And this ladder just keeps getting taller and taller and taller. And then it gets to the top, and no word of a lie, we're talking like, it's gotta be 25 feet. I mean, seriously, maybe 27, something like that. Then they just like put a couple planks across and build another one so they can walk up there, because they're gonna frame the peak of the gable and they need somebody to stand on that high. And it's like, dude, that looks really high up. It is seriously scary. I am not standing on those platforms at all. I'm not even goofing off and trying it. Troy's not trying it. Okay, we're just not doing it. A hard hat's not gonna save me on this one. Troy's not trying it. Okay, we're just not doing it. A hard hat's not gonna save me on this one. It is ridiculously high. This is what boys get up to on a Sunday night. Troy wants to climb. Don't be falling. Moms will tell me off. It's high up, right? Oh, Troy. Where's the roof? And the column? We asked them not to move it. We've come out, it's like 9 o'clock. My column's gone. We literally were planning on trying to find a way to keep that and reuse it. So now I'm trying to find out where it is, but I guess, I don't know if it fell over, I don't know what happened. I don't know, but. Oh yeah, they smashed it all up. I guess it's not solid redwood after all. Why is my tarp in the trash? There she is, just hollowed out. So they're not solid wood. Like, So there's no way that's $30,000. Yeah, I don't think we're taking them out. Maybe just check. We need to stay here for this because they're obviously going to get this off. The engineer's coming today. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I still don't really know what to expect. I'm still convinced, like, the damage isn't as bad as it looked.
You haven't torn it down yet. Sorry? You haven't torn it down yet. No, I haven't. No. So Marshall, so I said, you know, when they said you're coming, I was like, oh no, flitch plates. That's all I can do. We're gonna flitch plate everything.
Right?
Yeah, I'm glad. I drove by there.
So as we're walking around with the engineer, you know, we're looking at studs, we're looking at I-beams, we're looking at joists, we're looking at rafters. Obviously, everything that's burned's got to go. Interestingly, he told me, not everything that's burned does have to go. They have ways of testing the wood so that even if it's burned and charred, apparently it doesn't necessarily lose a lot of strength. And I kind of believe him because there's still a bunch of stuff like standing up, even though a lot of the wood was burned. So that was really interesting and something I never knew. So I don't know how we test it and what the test involves, but I'm guessing that there may be one or two pieces at the end of this that do have a little bit of charring on them that we're going to keep. And so I'm kind of excited to see what we can learn together here as you're watching and figure out how we make sure it's strong enough. Third time's the charm. Oh, yeah. Mr. Marshall, my structural engineer guy, says a lot of work, but it can be done. We are going to rebuild this bad boy. Don't care what the other folks say. Spend a little bit of money on wood by the sounds of things. A whole lot of floor is going to get replaced, a whole lot of I-beams and a whole lot of everything else. But we're going to rebuild it. How's that for a view? Figured I better get it while I can. Apparently a few more days, this bad boy is going to be done and dusted. Sat in the house having to catch up on some work today, like my little makeshift office here, but holy moly. I just paid a huge bill the other day for wood, and now I've got an even bigger one. Like, it's fun watching them put all that wood up there, but $33,000 on some lumber is just a little part of what we spent so far. You know, you kind of know it's going to cost, but holy moly, when you got to pay it, that's a big number.
Oh, don't cry, are you?
Sometimes you think it's easy, capturing all this footage so we can put these videos together. But sometimes it's not as easy as it looks. I wish we could have a blooper reel of things that we've missed, except we missed them so we don't have the bloopers. But like, I was outside and I see this forklift truck driving up the driveway. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is some boards for my roof. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna capture this. It's gonna be a great shot. We're getting materials delivered. You know, this is awesome. Well, then he stops and he starts backing down the driveway. So I film him for a minute. Hey. Uh-oh. Dude, you're going the wrong way. They're supposed to be coming up. And then some of the wood falls off, so I stop because I think I'm gonna go help the guy. And then he turns while I've stopped filming, and then all the rest of the wood falls off, almost pulls down my entire fence on that corner. So I grab the camera to try and capture the shot. But by that point, it's already all on the floor. Dude, I just missed it. He decided to go sideways and all the boards have gone flying off. Finally, the framing guys have been working on the front elevations of the two sides. So that's going to be my study, and it's going to be the relaxing living room, or the formal living room if you want to call it that. We're calling it the relaxing one because that's where we're going to hang out. And so it's been really fun to see how the straight lines are coming into place. We decided to go with 4 windows instead of 3. Big picture frame windows is what they're called. So it's just a frame around the outside. No crisscrosses in the middle, T-bars, no openers, no nothing, just sheer glass so we can get an unobstructed view looking out and we can get as much natural light coming in. And I'm pretty excited. I mean, it looks great at the framing stage. I'm really excited to see how these windows look when they arrive, and we are still working on windows. The good folks at Pella have been back and forwards with us a couple of times as we iron out some of these final details. Really excited to be working with them. They've been super nice and super helpful. One of the things I found real blessing is I've been out and about a couple of times and I've been stopped by some folks who see me in the store or whatever. So I'm in Home Depot buying stuff for little project for tonight for me and Troy. And Mr. Cody's walking down the aisle and says, "Hey dude, I've seen you on YouTube." So we're just chewing the fat here. Cody, tell me about yourself, dude.
So I'm in the middle of a renovation myself.
Okay, what you renovating?
Yeah, it's a 1994 home. But it was rough.
Cool beans.
It was rough. But, you know, here I am getting down in the dumps on my renovation. And then I see this hero step up and take on this challenge. And, I thought it was just a really cool endeavor. And here I am, Home Depot.
I've got a 6-inch paint roller. I'm a real hero right now. I'm doing the heavy lifting over here, right? I know a lot, I think more than half of our viewers are in the Tennessee area. So if you see us, stop us and say hi. Tell us a little bit about who you are. We'd love to chat. So if you remember, our biggest challenge on the exterior was what do we do with the columns, particularly the one that's burned, because we didn't want to spend $30,000 buying another one. We didn't know how we could salvage it. We didn't really even know what condition it was on the inside. And then I come out one morning and it's gone. Like, it collapsed, it fell over, someone pulled it down. Nobody really wanted to own up to it, but I saw them strapping up column number 2 and I managed to stop that. Hey buddy, I don't think we're moving the column. I don't think we're moving the column. No. Because we had a game plan, an idea. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I give you our column solution. Enjoy. Hi, kitty cat. Starting off day 77 with the cat, who has been named Donald Trump. Don't ask why. It's my son's cat, and that's what he decided to name it. So, Donald, Are we going to go for a walk?
So I decided, that y'all weren't seeing enough of me doing work. So I set up a GoPro and I thought I'd clean up the patio. Yes, within an hour of it being clean, the roofing guys showed up, which is good news. The roofing guys showed up, but yes, they made a mess.
Literally, Linda just cleaned this entire patio up this morning. And within minutes of finishing and having it all spick and span and spotless, it is day 80. 80. Can't believe it's been 80 days. Kind of doesn't feel like we're making a whole lot of progress sometimes. But anyway, about 3 weeks ago, maybe 3.5 weeks ago, we paid for our windows that originally we were worried we were going to take 12 to 18 weeks, but they said it would take about 6 weeks. In actual fact, they are ready, except I haven't told James yet. So I'm about to break the good news to him. And I don't know if it's going to be good news or not, because he may have a heart attack, realizing we've got to now install these windows and we might not be ready for them. So I guess we're going to find out in just a few minutes.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. That's yeah.
Dude, did you see my handiwork? I'm quite impressed.
Oh, I want to hear the good news.
Well,
what's the good news? What'd you do? Oh. Whoa, yeah. You did that?
Dude, I couldn't even find my hammer. Nobody wants to own up to having moved it. I had this really nice, mega framing hammer, a Milwaukee that I just bought, that's gone AWOL. So it was just a crowbar, but I couldn't get it. There's 3 steps that I just could not get it to get me a gap. But yeah, it took me a little while.
That was the project of all projects you tackled. That's a good one.
I mean, I thought so. But no, that's not what it is. No, so dude, my man Ben from Pella calls.
Uh-oh,
Ben. Dude, the windows are here.
No.
Straight up.
No.
It's like, when do you want them?
Dude, I just got goosebumps.
So there's only been 3 weeks, Ben. You said 6.
He cracks me. I'm gonna use
right?
He's so stoked about this house.
Well, I just texted him and I was like, Ben, just trying to get an update. Do you think we're gonna be good for early June? And then he literally calls me. He's like, Mike, the windows are in. When do you want them? I said, well, I'm not sure we can take them today, but I'll talk to James tomorrow.
That's huge. Oh my God.
Right?
I'm super pumped. That's
I know.
A miracle for custom windows. Miracle. Never happens.
Right.
Ever. I'm just gonna start saying I'm on YouTube.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna start doing. I'm just going with my job and I'm like, listen, I'm a contractor, but I also have a YouTube channel.
Right.
There's 1 subscriber. It's my wife.
Yeah.
And, we think this might go viral, so we gotta I need a discount.
So we finally have windows. You're gonna see them get delivered. You're gonna see what it takes from delivery to installation. You're gonna see a 280-pound window going 20 feet up in the air. You may see a window that isn't quite what it's supposed to be, and there's a problem. Big time. That's not what it's supposed to do. And a whole lot more fun, so let's check it out. So that's the delivery, but then when they had them all in the house, I gotta figure out where they go, right? Which windows go with this bedroom, in that bedroom, and some of them are real close in dimensions, so we may have shuffled a few more than once to get them in the right spot, but we got there in the end. It's the same size, but it's heavier. Oh no, it's bigger. I'm letting you get out. Dude, that's heavy. Here we go. the big windows were just ridiculously heavy. The worst ones, strangely enough, were not the big windows in like the living room and the kitchen. They were actually the big squares that we did as centerpieces for up on the second floor, the front of the house and the back of the house. The front one was about 280 something pounds. Dude, it took like way too many of us just to even get it up the stairs. But then the way they were doing the window installs, as you've seen here, is they would feed it through the hole. But one guy can't hold this on ladders, and oh my word, I'm watching him doing this, I'm trying to help, and I am praying that nobody drops this window. Like, I do not need it to fall. One, because it's a whole lot of money, and two, because it's just gonna be a whole lot of time lost, so.
Ya entró ya. Aquí también ya está. No, le hago para arriba. No, ya no, ya entró. Y ahí arriba, escúchenla para adentro. Ahí está. Gracias, Mike.
Okay, just like Selling Sunset.
You need your miniskirt on and your high heels.
Okay, I can pretend I got high heels on. And a mini skirt.
Please don't.
That's it.
All right.
Though, when you're pushing that way, you can push past it. You think it would lock. Okay, ready? Oh, it's super light.
Is it?
Yeah. Considering how heavy these doors are, it's lighter than you think, although it gets heavier as you go along. And then we had to do all the spray foaming, which was super cool and very therapeutic to watch. So it's about 6 o'clock and we've been spray foaming. Check this out. We managed to do about one half of the downstairs and also some of the attic space. Dude, it's like popping packing bubbles. Just watching it when they spray it and then it just bubbles and expands. It's so calming. I feel like I don't fish, but I could just sit and watch spray foam guys spray foam and that would make me feel relaxed. But I'll tell you what the most interesting thing is, we still don't have doors on this side of the house. It is silent. I don't think I realized the ambient noise that we were hearing, you know, not having windows in and like just cars driving, all that kind of stuff. But holy moly, listen. It's really, really quiet. And I like the quiet. And I like to be warm. So I think this was a good move. Finally, we got to see the guys put up the sheets of drywall. Dude, they were holding those suckers up like they weigh, you know, a pound or two, and they weigh a little bit more than that, so enjoy. Look at me, healthy eating. The crane guys literally pulled off the driveway 60 seconds ago. So I walked over to the guest house to put the drone back on charge, and the drywall guys arrived. We're gonna start putting some drywall in this bad boy and stocking it up. Woke up to an early morning phone call. My handyman John, who's just finishing off something for me real quick in the morning, and he says, hey, someone dumped a pile of gravel in the middle of the driveway. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, my drywall guys are here because they want to deliver the drywall. And the best part of it is, one, that's $500 right there. Two, no one ordered it and we don't need it. It's not often I get frustrated by things, like really ticked off, but this ticks me off. It's bad enough that they delivered it. The fact that we didn't even order it is a whole different thing. Now he's riding on my limestone. You know, people make mistakes and I'm the one that pays for it. Like, what's the deal? Whew. Yeah. Boards are so long. Here's our little thing. We had to make a platform on the stairs. Oh, I hear it cracking. Dude, we don't need that going today, do we? Oh my word. There she goes. We are drywalling. Dude, it looks huge. Like, ridiculously huge. I'm gonna put like 2 sheets of it up and cover the whole room. I have to say I'm pretty excited because tomorrow the drywall starts. Like, this is it. When the sheets go up, they're 12 feet by 4, like 2 or 3 sheets and that's it. The wall's covered and the rooms are going to start to really take shape. I mean, they already look different now with insulation in, but the drywall is going to be something else. So I guess I'm going to see you in the morning. Well, it's day 151, 151 days. You See that drywall? Oh yeah. They started about an hour ago, and we have got drywall going up so fast. These boards are so huge. Hey, let's talk about tile. Finally, the house is looking good. This is my master bathroom. These bad boys were like $100 something a pop, and there's a whole lot of them on these walls and floors. But before we talk about the master bathroom, let's go check out the rest of the tile in the house. In Floor & Decor for the 928th time. And that's just this week.
He's not even exaggerating.
It's hard making all these selections. Actually, it's not. It's pretty fun. Just gotta make sure it flows, people. It's gotta go from room to room to room, and that's what we're trying to do.
Cutting your eyes off.
Monday morning, tile is going on the floor today. First piece of tile in the laundry room while we finish prepping the other bathrooms and things. It's going to be going right here. So in the laundry room, we decided we wanted to go with a black, really simple kind of porcelain style tile. Not going to talk about grout colors yet because that's going to come later, and we're doing some interesting things. You know, grout can make a tile really pop, or it can make it really disappear and blend in if you choose a grout that matches it versus it's different. But in the laundry room, we wanted to go kind of black on the floor, black countertop for the sink, black faucets, so we can kind of two-tone with the white oak that's going to look amazing once the cabinetry gets built. Final stretch. Final piece going in. We got like 6-7 pallets, so I've got a few trips to go and get. This made in Italy, Italian marble. It's going to one of the kids' bathrooms. It's going to be absolutely rocking. We're in the basement. We wanted to have a shower because we've got a gym down here, so we squeezed in a little shower in the back corner, which you've seen already, I think, in some of the framing. Again, we went with a very simple, just porcelain tile in here, nothing crazy, simple on the floor, Gonna do like a creamy colored grout just to make this all disappear and blend in, you know, nicely together. So it should just be a cute little room, and it's still a good size considering I'm down in the basement and we just squeezed it in a corner around all of the stuff that we were building. Welcome to the wine room. Don't really drink wine. Felt like we should have a wine cellar. Didn't want to go crazy and make the whole room this kind of little stone grotto. So we threw up a little bit of stone there on that back wall. Gonna have these wine racks just hanging down from floor to ceiling, tile on the floor, and then we've got some beautiful glass that's gonna make this thing sparkle and just kind of keep the wine safe. Come around for a party, bring me a bottle of wine with you or two so that I've got something to put on the shelves once they're all in. So heavy, it's just not even funny. I just got home with the first pallet of my igloo marble slabs. Now we've got to unload them, Troy and I, and they are incredibly heavy. So we're here in the upstairs laundry. Again, nice, simple, clean, slightly oversized white tile. Wanted it to be durable. It's a laundry room, so didn't want to go crazy. Wanted to stay with that kind of simple, minimalist feel in the house. Probably a nice white grout in here. That's about as difficult as we can make it. It's a laundry room, right? Let's go look at something interesting, because it's about to get real. So this is kids' bedroom number 1. This is the bathroom. We went with an Italian marble here for the wall tile and the floor tile. I had to change the bathtub out because the other one got damaged, and awesomely enough, so did this one. That is the replacement. So this is fun. Guess we're gonna have to figure out how to touch that up. It's got a real spark. It's not sunny today, so you can't see it. It's got a real sparkle in this tile. It just looks beautiful. I'm gonna do a contrasting grout here just to help it pop off a little bit more. Obviously when the lights are in the room and everything, it's gonna look even better, but let's go check out kids' bedroom number 2. This is probably one of my favorite rooms. Never thought I would go black. We found this black honed marble. Oh, it feels like silk to touch. And we've gone with this matte black floor, shower, the walls, the ceiling. This is gonna be like just a matte black bathroom. Might do a popper white with the toilet sink, haven't decided yet. May just go black all the way. But either way, definitely came out awesome. At the decor and floor store, picking up some heated flooring just for fun, because we're going to make that bathroom nice and toasty. Mikey doesn't like to be cold. Final kids bathroom, a little bit more Italian marble. Got this black detail here on the edges just to really give it some contrast. It's gonna be all black shower head, black controls, all that kind of fun stuff. And we went with this little hexagon inlay on the floor. Don't like hexagons that much really, but just felt like it fit rather than the little circles that you see so often. And I'm kind of pleased with how this one came out. It's the only one with a frame around the out kind of edge. Obviously glass will fit in the middle and everything, but the others are flush against the walls and things, so it's got a little bit of a different vibe. And yeah, I think it came out good. So the master bathroom, dude, we wrestled with what to do in here. I knew I wanted something simple, I knew I wanted something clean. I was walking through the store and I came across this. It's like, it reminds me of snow, right? It's very subtle. When we were looking at the pieces in the store, they didn't have this much brown. This has kind of started to show more since we put it here, and we've got natural light coming in from the sides and all that kind of fun stuff. But some pieces are still a lot wider than some of the other ones that have got this kind of marbling effect and then this kind of browny tone. So like I said, these were about just over $100, I think, with tax per tile. And dude, I had no idea how much we would need. So we went back to the store over and over again. I'm sure you enjoyed the footage of me unloading these bad boys. They came 30 in a crate. I think we've gone through 190 tiles. So what's that, like 20-something thousand bucks? Just in the tile, yeah. So then you gotta get all the McGrout and all that kind of fun stuff, all the install and the labor. I try not to think about what it costs. Yeah, we're probably in this for, I don't know, 30-40,000 bucks of tile in the master bathroom. We want it to look special. It's the best room, right? Hopefully it will. Hopefully it's gonna look good when the bathtub's sitting over there. I got my twin rain heads over here. And then you haven't seen any of this stuff yet, but we went with these ridiculous, oversized, oblong rain shower heads, 2 of them. Thank you, Kohler. Still don't have shares, probably should have some. It's gonna be a brushed bronze throughout. This is their statement range. The bath filler, I don't even want to tell you what it costs, but maybe one day I'll share it with you. But yeah, it's an expensive bathroom. Tile in the whole house, yeah, we're probably close to 6 figures, I would think, in tile. All the marble everywhere, bathtubs, bath fixtures, like just the bathroom wet area stuff. It's a big house. So for those of you that have been asking and wondering about what some of this stuff is costing, there's a few numbers for you. So now I'm gonna go take a deep breath and get used to the next stage, which is gonna be flooring. No, well, kind of. I think we might show you a little teaser here of us picking up the flooring, but it's not going in yet because we've got to do trim, got to make the windows look pretty, got to get the doors in. All right, we're in the cellar. All right, you ready? Yeah. All right. We have been trimming, so it takes a moment to put all that fancy wood up, get it delivered, and then realize you need more and order some more, but we're there. We're going to show off some of the trim today. Take a look at this. So we finally get to the trim. Time to start building out some closets. Standing in the master, getting ready for paint here, but here's what it looked like when they got going. And as you can see, one of the things we wanted to do was make sure that the closets went all the way to the ceiling, because I don't know why you would waste the space and not go all the way to the ceiling. We also wanted to make sure we had plenty of drawers, plenty of shelving so we can fold stuff, shoes, bags, all that kind of fun stuff. And then some hanging space as well. So we kind of carved it up, made a little U shape, kind of lined things up so the window is right in front of the edge, where we're gonna put a mirror on one side, a mirror on the other side. Can't show it to you yet because I don't have it up. But the idea is you'll be able to stand in a certain spot and you'll be able to see yourself from the side and the front. Nice natural light coming in and a chandelier right above your head. So that's the primary closet. And then in the kids' closets, we did the same thing. We built them all the way up, inbuilt throughout, or rather built-ins throughout, get it right, Mike. We did some drawers, did some cupboards with doors. It's gonna look really pretty. And I'm not gonna spill the beans on the colors. The kids' ones are gonna just be white because we're playing it safe up there. But in the primary, it's gonna look a little bit more interesting. Out in the main area, we knew that it was not gonna work with the curved staircase. So I think we've already shown you this footage in a previous video of where we changed that back to a straight staircase. So now it's treads, it's spindles. We wanted it clean, minimalist, you know, nice white oak everywhere on the handrails, the posts. And hopefully you can see that coming together as you're looking at these shots. But we didn't want spindles everywhere because we've got a lot of balcony, there's a lot of open space and you can see it. I guess somewhere along the line I'd seen this stuff that was like wooded slats, and I thought it'd be really cool to break off the loft area with a semi-transparent wall so you can kind of see through it but you kind of can't. And so we had our friend Joe at the sawmill make us these 2x4, like perfect 2x4, not nominal, so exactly 2x4 solid ash slats. And we got them in the lengths that we needed. We laid them all out on one side and then we finished off in front of the bedrooms on the other side for that same effect. So when you walk out the bedroom, it almost looks like you've got a solid wall, but then as you get next to it, you realize you can kind of see through it. So it lets the light move through, but still gives a little bit of privacy. I think they came out great. They look way better in person than they do on the camera, so you're gonna have to just trust me on that. But they really came out great. Time to wrap those columns. Time to get some hardy plank on there. You know they were fluted round columns before. If you've watched any videos, you know that I'm not a fan of the round columns. So we went for the square, we framed them up, now we're wrapping them. They came out really nice. They look so much better wrapped. These guys did an awesome job. The roofing guys had to finish off the soffits, the freeze board, get the edges of the roof ready for us for paint there. All new boards, all new hardy planks, so easy wear and tear, you know, it pretty much lasts forever. Really just buttoning up the house. This is the bit where it's really starting to look and feel like a house. Can't wait for all the paint to be done so we can really see it in all its glory. For the bathrooms, we really like the idea of floating vanities, like the idea of having it open for your feet and that kind of stuff. And so pretty much every bathroom, I think, except for the powder baths, is floating vanity. In the primary, we're getting a custom vanity built. So we found these awesome vanities for the kids in various online retailers. Each one is unique, each one's different, but they came out great. And so it was fun getting to watch them go in, because obviously they're ready built, they're already stained and finished and everything. So you literally just lift it up, screw it on the wall, and that's it. Hey presto, it's done and dusted, and you get to see what it looks like. Came with the countertops, the quartzes, and all that kind of fun stuff. One of them was damaged, so we let the folks know. They were awesome about it. They sent me a replacement, and amazingly, it's literally cracked in the exact same place. Apparently, they need to repackage those things a little bit better. It's funny because that one really had almost zero packaging around the quartz itself. It was just like in the box. The other two were like fully wrapped in polystyrene and padding and all kinds of stuff. And it's just interesting to watch and see. Packaging really does make a difference. So for the door frames, we went with a 4-inch trim, a little bit of detailing, and then we thought we wanted to dress it up a little bit more. So we added a secondary trim on the outside, kind of make it a little bit more stately. It's not exactly what I had in the back of my mind, and I was thinking about how we were going to lay this out. But again, the house has got a certain stature. We've got these columns out front. You know, we wanted it to tie in on the inside and feel like it flowed and not go too ultra modern and minimalist on the inside, because that's not what we could do on the outs. So they came out pretty good. Nice to start getting some doors hung. We went for this single, you know, outline, flat panel, solid core. Of course, the flat panel's a little bit thinner because it's a flat panel in the middle. So hoping it works for the soundproofing. We wanted the solid doors to try and help with that. And there's a couple of doors dotted around here that are just temp placeholders because we've got different ones coming in. Got some glass doors going in some of the nice areas like the wine cellar, the gym, and that kind of thing. So we get these slabs that are temporary slabs, and then we swap them out when the glass is ready because it takes a minute to make it. So that's part of the trim, but I also want to show you some of the ceiling details that we did, some of the accent pieces. We've just managed to get a great amount of solid ash from our friends over at the sawmill here in Ashton City. Ash from Ashton City. I wonder if the ash trees grow in Ashton City or not. I don't know. Is that why it's called Ashton City? If you remember, the house was in pretty bad shape when we bought it. Obviously, they'd recently painted it white, but then with all the damage, having to replace some brick, then the brick didn't quite match, so we had to change that brick for different brick. We ended up with a bit of a patchwork job here, so it was really good to see the paint actually going on the house, give it a whole lick of fresh life, went with a slightly different shade of white, just to brighten it up a little bit. Obviously painted the columns as well, now they're nice and square, so it's just got that kind of clean, modern vibe to it. And take a look at the guys at work, you know? While we were working on the outside, paint was really the least of our problems. The driveway, the bane of my existence apparently at this house. There was no way we were saving those flags. It just got worse and worse. If you've been watching the videos, you've obviously seen it. Had a couple nights, maybe just crying a little bit about it. We decided we're gonna give all the pavers away to a friend of ours. You've seen him on the videos before, Mike from Knoxville. He's building something cool out there. You should check it out. A nice little entertainment venue. And so we spent a couple days hand picking up every one of these pavers and putting them on pallets so we could load them up on haulers and get them over to Knoxville instead of just throwing them away, because we like to reuse things here. You know, that's the goal, was trying to save as much as we could. And then as we started to work on replacing the main driveway where the pavers were, we realized that, you know, even though it was new a year and a half ago, whatever, what is now the old section, the first section of the driveway, was not looking great. When they drove the crane up, you know, it created some stress fractures with the weight for the crane and the septic tank. Those stress fractures started to get a little bit bigger over time. And then we had some chips here and there on the edges and stuff from machinery. And it just got to the point where it's like, you know what? We're spending all this money. We're going to make this pretty new driveway. And the color's not going to match when we get halfway down the straight. We might as well just go ahead and just replace the whole thing, do it right, pay the extra little bit of money. So that was the plan. And then it all changed and went wrong when the concrete guy came out. So as we were talking about the new concrete over here, obviously even on this slope bit of driveway, this was still pavers, and so we were going to start replacing the pavers here as well, let the concrete flow all the way around. Now with the old layout that they had, the pavers met this pea gravel 1980s 1990s aggregate concrete that, to be fair, I mean, it lasted pretty well, but as we were looking at it, like the final day of prep with the concrete guy, we realized it probably was too bad to keep. It would have looked crazy having this nice new concrete here connected to this shoddy, raggedy piece of pea gravel over here. So after a little bit of measurement, a little bit of calculating, a little bit more crying about how much it was going to cost, we just decided, let's just do the whole thing, let's do it right. If you've been watching, you know that's kind of how we've approached it with the house, like whatever it took to do the best thing and the right thing. And yeah, I think, you know, Mr. Concrete is going to the Bahamas on me right now, but we've got a new driveway. I can't tell you how much it means to me and my wife that you guys watched along this video, and for those of you that watched along the journey as well as we were living through it. I know sometimes it was a little slow, not a lot of changes week to week. We tried to kind of bring you along for the ride, let you see what it was like, let you feel some of the things we were feeling. I really hope you've enjoyed this one, where you get to see the whole journey from beginning to end. We've still got a couple finishing touches to go, but thanks so much. I look forward to reading the comments, and if you've got any questions, fire away. I'll do my best to answer them.